check, test. Okay, I think I'm in business. Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of my drawing channel. I'm still getting in the rhythm of, how this is all gonna work. In fact, I don't even have a pencil in front of me. That would help. I think I'm gonna use blue graphite today. And hopefully my kids don't make too much noise. Yeah, they're arguing. My daughter doesn't want to do a tennis tournament. Actually, she just doesn't want to do anything right now. She's kind of in a sour mood, but it's all good. Okay, so yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Matt. I am an artist of sorts. I draw. I like to draw. A lot of thumbnail stuff. Not really pieces, like pieces of pieces, but not entire things. You can see all these thumbnails here. God, this thing's gonna bounce during this, isn't it? I mean, look at all that. It's just a whole bunch of random stuff. That's supposed to be Scott Weiland. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you could hear that, but my older daughter's having a bit of a meltdown. Yeah, just little pieces of things. But I wanted to draw this. It's like a rose, like a bit of an outline on it. Anyway, I'm gonna draw that. And I'll show, this is just all about process, how I go about creating these things, what's going on in my brain while I'm doing it. Hopefully I can communicate that effectively. So when I'm drawing these things, the way I map it out in my brain is to find a familiar reference point, somewhere, where I just naturally feel comfortable starting. So for me, it's going to be doing something like this. So I'm going to start with this corner over here of a petal, and then this petal. So we're drawing a rose. So now I have like half the rose, right? Hopefully you can see this. Is that too bright? Now I'm thinking about the width of this. And I think that's pretty good for width. I might want to take this down a little more. Part of what complicates this for me is that I'm in an awkward position. The camera's like right in front of my face, and I'm usually leaned forward into it. That might work. I would have extended it a little higher here. As a matter of fact, let's do that. Let's see, something like this. So, just by looking at it, there's this sort of arbitrary collection of the edges. Go soft. You can always go darker, but you can't get lighter. Once that line's there, you kind of commit to it. If you need to erase it and you've gone soft on it, it'll come out and you won't see it. So I'm creating these, the edges of these petals, and could probably see it coming together. So I see this petal, and once I've established that, it makes it so much easier to just move on to the next one. It's like, yes, okay, I've accomplished that. These little micro victories along the way. Yeah, it should be fun, right? Drawing should be fun. It's an escape for me. I mean, actually it's more than an escape for me. Like, I draw like a lot. I mean, it's beyond a hobby. It's become more of it's just like part of my day, my daily routine. So right here, there's a couple of petals. So see that? This petal is going over to this one in here. And I don't want to draw too much attention to it. You know, this we can, I like the way that's kind of playing out here. Soft. I mean, look at it, this isn't, some sort of complicated. I mean, anybody can do this. And if you do it patiently, it'll come out looking really nice. And I'll go over how I do the leaves at the end, because the leaves, I do a little special kind of technique to the leaves that make them look cool. Okay, so now in here, I'm going to get a little dark, like in these little crevices here. I'll go over those a little more. And you can just see things just start to pop. I'm not gonna make too much out of it. It sounds like my daughter calmed down. She's got a tennis tournament coming up, her first one, and she doesn't want to do it. She's a little nervous, but I think she'll do just fine. Okay, so I don't like what's happening in here. There's too much closure. Too many things getting too detailed. Give the viewer less to have to think about. Like, even something like that is good. I don't know what's happening in there, but if you look at it, it looks like a freaking rose, right? And then a little aesthetic. I don't even like that. Yeah, so I draw every day, sometimes for hours. Most times it's an exploration of self, trying to find something, I don't know, searching for something, a million miles and a ways to go. So then, sometimes you can just give a little bit of this in a couple of places on the piece, and that's all you gotta do. You don't have to give it all over the place. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. So now, you don't always have to go bold on the outside, but it can really just easily amplify what you're drawing. So, and then also when you're drawing, make sure that you can see the line where you're going. Like what I just did, I couldn't see the line where it was ending. So I'm gonna go to where I can see it. And dip into there a little bit. And you'll see like it's all one smooth motion. I wouldn't say smooth, but it's all one line. Like I'm hardly lifting it up and I'm not, sweeping it. Give it those confident lines, Those confident lines will read better than the swifter ones, unless you're going for like gesture, which this is not. It's an inanimate object most times. There is life to it. Like essay says, green plants, they got mad life, they like to dance. Or no, he says, green plants, they got mad life, they said you get, they're beautiful as you, and they like to dance. And usually when I'm drawing too, I'm listening to music. Been listening a lot to Turnstile lately, and ambient, like dark ambient or future garage, or sometimes just straight up like ambient, like, or not ambient, like ambient noise, like rain with like a, they play like a chord underneath the rain. That'll get me through tough times when I'm working or something. Or whatever. Oh, she's back at it. My older one is, gosh, she's just, speaking of animated, she is animated. Like she's like 10 kids in one. She's likes to be in control. She likes to do what she's like a teenager, but she's only 10. Drives me nuts, but trying to. And it's summer break, so she's home. So I mean, look at that. I think that's pretty. And it's pencil. Probably go. Okay, so look, this thing's running out of sharpness. I'm gonna use some mail here to. This thing has a sharpener on the end of it, inside of the cap or whatever, the tail, whatever you want to call that, the pencil's tail. So I'm feeling like a couple of these spots need a little darker line, and now that it's sharpened, I can make those surgically. One of the secrets, if you're here now at this point, it lets you in on a secret, okay? Give your lines varying degrees of thickness and darkness. Even these little, if you see this right here, these little lines, these little stray lines back here, you keep stuff like that. Adds to the personality. And, like, more or less, that's done. I don't know if you could see it too well, but I sure hope so, because I'm recording. I can't really see too well. I'm at a different desk this time. Look at that. There we go. So you see, if you do the bold outline, it accentuates what's on the inside. And then those little delicate lines, they mean a whole lot more. I think people have a tendency to give too much detail. You don't need to. Let the viewer think. And also, when you give too much detail, it becomes a mess. Okay, so I'm gonna do let's see, I think I'll come out right under here. Let's just do one. Let's just do that. I'm just gonna do this one leaf and I'll show you how to go about making the leaf look cool. So I'm going to give it a little center line here. So by itself, even there, it kind of looks cool, right? And this, I'm going to try my best not to screw this up. I get stage fright. I get, sometimes I don't get it right. Sometimes I fudge it all up. Now, if I'm patient, it should be all right. And I can't really lean into it. I can't turn. I have this little thing up here for light, trying to catch light. I don't know if it's working. Oh, you know what? I think we'll be all right without that there. Because I also like to shift the paper around. This is a learning experience for me. Thanks for watching, by the way. Ask me questions. Not really into, I don't know what I'm about to say. I just feel like sometimes you go to YouTube channels and it just becomes like a hostile environment, or someone has like something, like some sort of negative thing to offer. They don't really want to be preachy, or like if I'm doing something glaringly incorrect, please offer some, alternative to what I'm doing. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I love civil discourse. Civil. Everybody's happy. Everybody's content and caring about each other's feelings. Okay, so you see what I've done here. There's a gradient kind of. Now I'm going to go over the whole thing. And then I'm going to come back here and make this as dark as the line. I don't think I'm going to go any further because I don't want to. I think that's plenty. You could add a leaf if you want. I'll show you the other ones I drew earlier so you can see the different styles or whatever I've done. And then, God, I hope this comes out okay, because I don't know about the lighting in here. I think I was in the middle of telling the secret, but that's the secret. One secret is to vary the degree of line weights that you have. You'll notice when you do one where it's like you'll look at it and then you'll step back and you'll say, oh, that kind of looks cool like that. And then there's a tendency to like add more and then you just blow it. But like you can see in here where there's thin, thick, but it's not even dark. It's loose, but also kind of structured. There's just an aesthetic to it. That's that. All right. So what I was doing here is really light, just working my way up to cover one end. Did it to the other side until I found the shadow. And see this line right here? I wouldn't lose that, because you'll see I lost it in here. Oh. I don't know if I want autofocus or not on the next one, because my hand, I think, ruins the focus. There we go. You can see I lost the detail in here. It sucks. And then you'll see that I did that with the leaves. What is that noise? Is that my hard drive? So you'll see, like, you get this kind of like gradient look here. You go dark to light, but color in the whole thing. Right here I didn't, but and right here, see, you could even do where it's just, you just leave a little open, and that's just from, you know, you swipe the whole thing, and then you just swipe at the edges, and you get it a little darker. You layer it, and this could be applied to a whole. You could apply it to hair, ribbon, anything, man. You could even apply it to places where it shouldn't go. And it's like, oh, that looked cool there. I found this little quote. Henry David Thoreau. He said, "Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads." And he was talking about nature. Being in nature, you're like right there next to heaven. You're in heaven. Get in touch with your nature. Well, thanks for watching. That's my little rose tutorial. I hope you liked it. I don't only draw in pencil. I have a lot of digital stuff. But pencil's where I spend a lot of my time. There's Chino Moreno from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Just kidding. He's from the Deftones. I saw this drawing of Captain America, so I did it. And I put a skull on his head. Yeah, it's playing around. I like this little guy. Still haven't done anything with him yet. This little guy popping out of the water. I want to do something with him. But you know, I get these ideas and then I think, how do I do this idea justice? It's always been the most difficult thing I've encountered as an artist was releasing my perceptions and expectations and feelings and just going with it. Because all of the best work I've ever created was work that I did when I was just going with it. I was just fooling around, having fun, you know. This is a guy from 90 Day Fiancé. He was a total villain. I drew him. We were watching 90 Day Fiancé and I drew him. All right, well, I could spend all day going over my sketchbooks. Anyway, well, thanks so much for watching. Till next time.